Although there is a language barrier between humans and animals, acts of kindness have their own ways for communication. From unruly wild animals to incredibly dangerous domesticated animals. Here are 30 relationships between humans and animals. Tiger saves from leopard. Either it was an act of jealousy or instincts naturally kicked in as hunger got the better of him. In August 2016, a zookeeper, Eduardo Serio, from a zoo in Mexico City, was petting and playing with multiple numbers of big cats until one of them, Dharma the leopard, started to develop the idea of a quick meal. It began plotting, and soon after, it came sprinting light-footedly towards the zookeeper. Luckily, one of the tigers, Atslan, noticed the leopard's intention and stepped in to foil the attempt. No one knows whether Atslan did this out of love for its human or the fact that it realized the difference between a lifetime supply of meat against a quick meal. Emotional support gator. While this may be an odd choice for a pet, it certainly is one of a kind. Wally is a 1.5 meter long, federally licensed emotional support alligator looked after by his owner, Joey Henney.
Come here, I'll tickle you. I'll tickle you, yeah.
This alligator is quite far from the usual alligator as he loves giving kisses, cuddling, and going out for walks. Wally was first found in the wild and was rescued from Orlando, Florida, and now lives in Joey's collection of a variety of reptiles from ball pythons to bearded dragons in his Pennsylvania house. Of all the animals in his collection, he steals the show and is the favorite of all the reptiles and reptile lovers. The Lion Whisperer. While sneaking up on a cat may sound like a bad idea, this guy took it to a whole new level. Dean Schneider, who was a founder of a Swiss animal sanctuary in South Africa, who also happens to have a unique relationship with a pride of lions. The kind of relationship where these lions consider him almost like a member of their tribe, if not special enough for them to play with Schneider and even push each other aside in jealousy of his attention and affection. After all, lions are big cats, having the same body language and behavior. Man among wolves. Without passion, it is almost impossible for you to live a happy and fulfilling life. And here's the example of an ardent lover of wolves, Sean Ellis, who's been living with wolves for the past 15 years, leaving his manly life worldly, business, and even the finances aside. You know, it's not a zoo walk to live among the most violent species of the wild, but it has become a very trouble-free task for him, as he has mastered the language and behavior of wolves. One could suspect that Ellis belongs to some werewolf species, and that has become his reason to survive. Human family with tigers. The wild family has always been associated with danger and terror, but what about the other way around? Ari Borges and his family in Brazil live with 7 big cats, which he has rescued from the circus after finding them in critical health and welcoming them into the family. Together with his family, Borges learned the animal behavior and precautions they needed to take. He believes and teaches his daughter that you have to show animals respect, which is what you get back from them. One of his daughters, Uyara, became so fond of them that she taught her favorite tiger some advanced swimming. Real-life teddy bear. While polar bears may seem to be one of the most dangerous of wild animals, this one surely set a one-of-a-kind trend. Mark Dumas is a Canadian animal trainer who for years had been scouting for a young bear to play a role in the 1996 movie called Alaska. And to his luck, he got to raise this polar bear named Aggie. Ever since he was a young cub, Dumas raised him as one of his own children after transfer of ownership was agreed to. He is probably the only man in the world who can swim with this 26-year-old polar bear in the Assiniboine Park Zoo while capturing selfies and bonding like best buddies. Dog catches shark. You might have heard people applauding the loyal behavior of dogs, but have you ever run into a sight of a dog assisting in the owner's hunt? Alex Cross, while surfing on the beach for fishing along with his pet dog, threw a bait to appeal to sharks, but it was getting a little difficult for him to catch the shark as bait got stuck in the shark's mouth. The pet, who was witnessing all this laborious activity, swiftly jumps down into the water to help his master by holding the shark in its mouth and dragging it onto the land. Hippo raised by humans. While a wild hippo may not seem to be on the best of terms with an intruder, domesticating it sure brings it a long way. Jessica is a 13-year-old hippo who was found after she got separated from her mother right after birth due to severe flooding. Her human parents found her in front of their house and ever since has been raised by them. Although Jessica's human parents never kept her in captivity, Jessica has lived as part of their family for several years while she still roams around in the wild and with other hippos upstream. She often sleeps on their front porch and joins the family in the kitchen for dinner. Tickling a hyena. The human-animal relationship is mutually beneficial, as both are dependent on each other. Kevin Richardson, an animal behaviorist, spent 15 years of his life to get to know the social hierarchies and behaviors to interact with them, finally making a space among the hyena bunch. Richardson has been seen and recorded for several times while tickling the hyena, who were cackling with joy for being tickled. He said that he absolutely had the chance of getting kicked out of the way by these creatures, but he does it to show people a different side of hyenas, as well as for their and his own enrichment. Misbehaving crocodile. Although this might seem a bit too violent, according to the owner of this crocodile, it surely needed to be taught manners. Casey is a juvenile Australian pet crocodile who, after embarrassing his owner by not only blocking the pathway of his guest, but also scaring them away initially. Despite the love and attention between Casey and Kai Hansen, who happens to be the owner of a tourist lodge, he grabbed a small frying pan purposefully to discipline his pet crocodile, just as if it were a back-answering hormonal teenager. The owner hit Casey several times, which was enough to handle the situation. Zookeeper adopts leopard. Most times, humans tend to adopt animals as pets, but in this instance, this leopard adopted the human. Alexander Volkov, 30, is a zookeeper from the Penza Zoo in Penza, central Russia, who had a close and unusual bond with a leopard, Caesar, who he'd been looking out for around a year before leaving his job. Soon after he left, Caesar was left heartbroken and began missing him so much that he refused to eat and drink until Alexander returned. Under such a condition, the zoo asks Alexander to take care of Caesar, who now shares his home with the happy leopard. Kangaroo as a pet. Keeping a kangaroo as a pet is like having a mischievous little baby disturbing your territory. Kim saved an orphaned baby kangaroo whose mother was killed by a car accident and decided to nurse little Joey by naming it Rocky and making it a part of her family. Even Kim's son has become very absorbed into love for the pet his mother has brought into their home. The higher authorities' restriction about keeping the wild animal in captivity makes them all worried, as Kim knew that Rocky does not want to leave her family. So she refuses to the higher authorities to give Rocky back. Boy with a huge python. It's never a good idea to keep a giant python as your house guest until and unless you are Buddhist. In Buddhism, it's believed that dreaming of snakes brings an ominous salvation, which was believed by a Cambodian mother who welcomes and nurses a 5-meter-long python just like her baby. She feels super proud to be the mother of sons who kiss, ride, wrestle, and even sleep with python. It never scares her, as she believes that giant python has been sent into her home by God for their safety and protection. The kids have developed a genuine affiliation, as much as they are not ready to lend it away, even for a while. Wild animals sharing accommodation. While most call him to be India's most unconventional zookeeper, the man believes to be running a wild animal orphanage. Prakash Amte is a zookeeper who may no longer be working at a zoo, but it's never stopped him for looking after wild animals. Ever since 1991, he has been running a recognized rescue shelter looking after the animals who lost both their parents, either by being abandoned or killed by local tribal people, from hyenas, leopards, to bears. Many locals believe that Prakash is risking his life, but Prakash senses no danger for them, as he raised them from a small age, and the animals see him like a parent. Bear Buddy. Unlike humans, a bear buddy would never forget you, no matter how hectic its life may be. While most animals only show such loving and compassionate behavior to a human who raised them, this mama bear surprised the living lights out of this woman. A woman who often spends early days of the spring in her cabin on the outskirts of Asheville City in North Carolina gets a huge black bear visitor. The bear, named Simone, brings her cubs to the lady's doorstep almost as if they were old buddies catching up after a while. The fact that she shows no hostility and trusts her with the cubs left her wondering what good deed could be the cause of this. The mama bear even closes the door while leaving. Gorilla takes human pet. A good-natured Kifu can be seen a little tired and yawning in this footage. Still, he's holding his human friend's collar in such a way that he doesn't want him to leave, even if he falls asleep. His babies join the sight, out of jealousy to grasp the attention of their father, who has brought a human as a pet. Damia Aspinall, the friend, shares that Kifu has proved itself as more friendly and trustworthy than many other human beings, and he is happy to be in his company and to be his human pet. However, it's not always fun and games if you get caressed by a gorilla, because it can turn like the rise of gorillas to overpower human beings. Hyena men. Aside from getting along with some of the most dangerous wild animals in Africa, they actually tend to control them in a way. Hyena men are what you would call an outlaw version of a circus. They use cobras, baboons, and hyenas as animals to perform with them on their traveling circus business. The hyena men are able to make their animals perform as if they are talking to them with their thoughts, like a baboon holding a venomous snake and offering it to bystanders. In order for all of it to come into fruition, they are rumored to be using spells or potions of some kind, if not all out just magic. Dad with reptile pets. While most would call him an irresponsible parent who's putting his children's life at risk, according to him, he and his reptile pets have an unconventional bond with his children. Eric LeBlanc is the father of 3 and a reptile enthusiast who keeps a few hundred snakes and lizards as pets. Initially, he had his reptile collection of apex predators at his pet shop, which he had to move into his home due to a fire that killed some of his pets while leaving many injured. From a 6-meter-long reticulated python to some of the most poisonous lizards, LeBlanc has his children trained in handling them, which is why he has had no problem in letting his children be around them. Big ol' house cat. If a purring cat may prove to be quite stress-relieving, imagine the amplified effect of a big cat such as this. Meet Messi the Puma, who was adopted by a Russian by the name of Alexander and Maria Dmitriev. Messi had a rough childhood after he was born in captivity at a zoo in Russia, suffering from various illnesses. That it was first decided to leave this puma into the wild, but was ruled out under its condition. This left zoo officials in deciding on euthanizing him, but with word getting out, the couple adopted the sickly cub and raised him like a house cat in their 1-bedroom apartment in Russia. Now, Messi lives and displays affection just like a regular house cat. Cheetah sibling. If you've never had a sibling that you always longed for, well, this might be an ideal alternative. A South African family decided to adopt 2 young cheetahs who grew up from their infancy along with their human counterparts. Since they spent so much time together, both the toddlers and the cheetahs started to have a bonding just like that of an actual biological sibling. The cheetahs tend to play around with them while still visiting the wilderness to exercise their hunting instincts. If you have such a spirit in the family, you don't need no gun for a hunt. Cobras protecting sleeping baby. Even if snakes are raised from infancy, they still tend to be quite lethal instinctively. The least is what makes this truly shocking to believe. Footage captured and uploaded by an unknown source shows 4 fully grown cobras who look to be guarding a sleeping baby from all 4 angles. Since the source of the footage is not known, it remains unclear if these deadly reptiles were trying to protect the baby or if there was something else going on here. Cat keeps infants safe. Cats may not seem to care, but instances such as these would say otherwise. A clip captured in an apartment by locals in Bucaramanga, Colombia, shows a seemingly concerned cat who's looking after a baby just as if it were playing the role of a babysitter. The loving feline can be seen removing the child's hand from the balcony railing several times consecutively. While many thought it to be irresponsible parenting, the recorder of the video clarified that the balcony was secured with a security mesh and the child was never really in any danger. Unexceptional pet chicken. A girl adopted a boo who was being neglected because of being a Cornish cross chicken, and a misconception that they have very little life expectancy. The stressing element of lack of care has developed a heart disease in Boo before the girl adopted the depressed. Any bond is possible with any animal, so much at home with his human mom. Boo loves to spend time with his owner so much that the chicken goes with her everywhere, either on a car ride or on a stroller during her morning walk. Boo was totally spoiled by the owner since Boo loves to play with the music instrument and advanced gadgets. Shark's human best friend. A compassionate diver, Jim, has developed an exceptional relationship with a wild shark named Emma. But then, the pandemic happened and stopped him from having exquisite encounters with Emma. The diver was unaware of sharks' loving nature, seeing a shark drown down with a hook through its jaw. And to gain its trust, he rubbed his head to show affection, and then gently relieved it from the hook. The excitement of meeting your friend after so many years is beyond words, since Jim went back to meet his buddy Emma, who appears because of her ability to investigate boats and call Jim under the water. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. This picture and video was taken by a tourist on May 8, 2022, while visiting a small village in the Philippines. The tourist got quite terrified seeing a fully grown alligator in a river, where villagers are known to go for swims. As one of the female villagers heard the distressed tourist, she calmed him down by showing that this crocodile was actually raised by herself, and that it was friendly and safe enough to approach it. She petted the gator and gave him a treat shortly before it returned back to the wild. Dog pulls girl out of pool. Dogs, being known for their loyalty, are devoted to whomever they see as their leader. In this clip, you can observe a very touching incident of Laura Bright relaxing at the pool with her pet, while her friend jumped in the water and mocked struggling in the water as if crying for help by splashing the water around. The 1-year-old German Shepherd caught the sight of the drowning girl and, in nothing flat, jumps into the water to drag her out while grabbing hold of her ponytail in its mouth, leaving Lauren stunned. Best friend fish. Dogs are not the only animal friends of humans, because marine species are famous for their friendliest behavior towards man. Hiroyuki Arakawa, a Japanese fisherman, made a beyond belief marine friend named Yorkio. Although both share a love for the sea, Yorkio's gills make her more prone to dive freely. It's been 25 years that they're both sharing this immense bonding. One day, Arakawa found her friend carrying an injury, so he took charge of his friend's care while feeding her chunks and nursing her back to a healthy lifestyle. Nothing can break this unbreakable bond of love and friendship, neither the adversary nor the pain. Our world is so full of unbelievable giant animals. We almost cannot believe our own eyes even after we see them. From humongous to enormous, from deep seas to blue skies. Let's take a look at some of the biggest creatures ever caught on camera. Giant starfish. Oh, how cool! You'd love to get an underwater camera and go somewhere as fabulous as this to test it out after watching. The biggest starfish was found in the waters at White Beach, Panglao Island, Bohol, Philippines in 2018. This sea creature was recorded to have a weight of 9 pounds, making it the heaviest ever recorded. A family came for a picnic and found it in the sea. They can be seen playing with it while the kids clean its skin with a brush. This is something new and adventurous. Enormous crab. This big crab gained all the attention of the onlookers when they came to the beach and witnessed something out of the ordinary. The crab was so large, approximately up to 1.8 meters. Quite big, right? The black creature washed ashore, and when beachgoers saw this strange big crab, they got excited and started recording it. It had a giant body with magnificent black color and 8 legs. Although the location where it was found is still unknown, many people saw it and posted about it on social media. The enormous animal became viral all over the world in no time. Tripod croc. Can you believe in having an 80-year-old crocodile pet? Australia's famous hunter, Matt Wright, is doing it for real. The pet croc is almost 17 feet long and 80 years old, weighing 1 ton. Perhaps it doesn't look that old, but its anger is beyond words. In this dramatic footage, a croc seemed hungry and chased a pig's leg held by Matt. And when he gave the croc its desired meal, what a catch with its mouth! It ate the whole pig leg in seconds. Amazing! By the way, slapping the wild animal's butt is something only a pet owner can do. World's biggest dog. Imagine seeing this dog on the street running towards you. What would you do? Here is the biggest dog ever captured on camera. A man named Patrick Gao owned a huge dog in Vietnam with a chain on its neck to make it look more intimidating. It's a rare dog breed called Albino or Central Asian Shepherd. These dogs are also known as wolf crushers because they keep killing wolves to protect herds of sheep and goats. Believe me, these dogs are much more than you think, holding a beast inside their innocent appearance. I must say, you don't take this kind of dog for a walk. It takes you for walks. Huge catfish. You won't believe the size of the fish this fisherman just caught. Absolutely incredible. The exceptional creature was found in the deep waters. The catfish weighed almost 280 pounds with 8 feet and 9 inches in length. This 30-year-old fish is one of the biggest sea creatures ever found. Catfish are rare sea creatures, as they are found to be 1 in 5,000 and sometimes 1 in 10,000. Now you know how exciting it can be to catch them. World's largest snake. They never thought this would happen at their construction site until they found an enormous dead creature that left the workers quite frightened. Recorded in Para, Brazil, the emergence of a huge snake with a weight of 400 kilograms, measuring 10 meters, or approximately 33 feet long, and 1 meter in diameter. Isn't that incredible? The snake was estimated to be alive for approximately 10 years, and unfortunately was killed due to the blast on site. Clearing the site and encountering this giant mess was not something they had anticipated for sure. Huge, hairy monster. That's not fur, that's what blubber looks like when it rots. Probably just a big chunk of rotting blubber that's come loose from a whale carcass. The huge, bizarre creature appeared on the seashore at Bering Sea on the Pacific side of the Kamchatka Peninsula. The brute was more than 3 times the man's size and smelled so bad that it puzzled the locals who found it on the seashore. The gray-colored body had a lot of hair, enough to make a ponytail. Although it did not have any apparent face, it was still scary without any definite features. Stranded sperm whale. 20 hours without water and still alive? One of the biggest sperm whales ever recorded washed ashore in China, and it had a giant body measuring 19 meters, almost 60 feet in length, and weighing almost 60 tons. Initially, 5 boats were sent to the seashore for the whale's rescue operation, but failed due to its massive size. Rescuers poured water on it to keep it hydrated, and after 20 hours of rescue operation, the whale returned to the water. What a joyful sight it was, and many people witnessed this live via streaming on social media. It's great to see such a large beached whale rescued. Hopefully, they ensure it doesn't turn around and beach itself again. Big elephant seal. Imagine chilling on the beach with your friends, and one of these seals appears to say hello. The southern elephant seal is the Earth's largest living seal, measuring 6 meters, approximately 20 feet in length, and weighing almost 6,000 pounds. They share the same skin as elephants, or we can call them swimming elephants. Although they're not terrifying, they are spooky enough to scare people. Elephant seals are not able to stand, and when they try, their weight comes in their way and they fall down. The male elephant seal is 3 times heavier than the female elephant seal. Did you know that elephant seals can hold their breath longer than any other animals? Phenomenal trapdoor spider. Now, about this one, it will actually give you chills seeing it in slow motion. Yes, it's so creepy, but also extremely fascinating to see nature in action like this. With a body length of about 13 centimeters and a leg span of 30 centimeters, which is actually larger than the size of a dinner plate, look at how it uses its ultimate spying skills to hide, and then suddenly attacks these little bugs. Talking about this clip, you know what's the craziest part? The house was scarier than the spider. Tibetan Mastiff. It's obvious that the Tibetan Mastiff doesn't spend much time in its cage. Just look at the grass inside the cage, it's quite clear. The Tibetan Mastiff is the largest dog breed, known for its double coat and medium to long size. It is mostly found in tan color, but also comes in a wide variety of colors, including solid black, red, and bluish gray. Despite its innocent and cute face, the Tibetan Mastiff has a beastly personality. Giant squid. Isn't the ocean incredible? In this magnificent video, a 2.5-meter giant squid is seen swimming in the waters off Japan's west coast. It's so big! These huge squids mostly live in the center of the ocean in deep waters, and seeing them alive is extremely rare. Did you know that they have the biggest eyes in the animal kingdom, with eye sizes reaching almost 10 inches? Big bat. Okay, I'm confused. It's cute, yet horrific, but definitely not a dog. This is the largest bat you'll ever see, I must say. The bat is from the Philippines and is also called a flying fox. It has a wingspan of 1.5 meters and a body that's 40 centimeters long. Flying foxes come from the fruit bat family, and as their name suggests, they love to eat fruit. In the video, you can see the bat licking its owner's hand. Now, I'm not sure if keeping a bat as a pet is a good idea, but what do you think? Cottonmouth snake. How often do you observe cottonmouths in the swamp? I've heard they're not as common as they were 25 years ago. But the cottonmouth snake, also known as a water moccasin, is one of the rarest forms of snakes. It's called cottonmouth because of the cotton white color on the inside of its mouth. The messy oak hunters found the snake in the woods while planting a duck in the summer in the southern United States. Did you know that water moccasins have striking patterns on their body that fade with age? Giant turtle. Imagine trying to tan on the beach and then being stared at by humans, making you feel insecure. Just kidding. It's actually amazing how people respect such a fragile animal and keep their distance from it. The majestic footage is from Spain, where a leatherback sea turtle washed up on the beach, amazing the beachgoers. With a length of 1.8 meters and weighing 800 pounds, it's truly a giant. Just look at how it crawls with its huge feet. Did you know that leatherback sea turtles are the only turtles that lack scales and a hard shell? That's a unique identity indeed. Huge sturgeon. I hope he didn't come to any harm while catching it. The dramatic footage is from Fraser River in British Columbia, Canada, where a giant sturgeon was found on the seashore. Yves Bisson, a local fisherman specializing in catching sturgeon, caught one of the largest ever recorded. The fish was estimated to be at least 100 years old, weighing approximately 600 pounds. Bisson mentioned that it was the biggest fish he had ever seen. Sturgeons are known to be one of the longest living fish species, with a lifespan of hundreds of years. Orca fish. Kudos to the rescuers. I bet that orca is telling its pod, so there I was, seconds away from death, and these humans came to my rescue. True story, I swear. A huge, majestic creature was found on the beach of the island of Orkney, believed to be the largest and the first orca rescue in the United Kingdom. They're mostly recognized by their black and white patterned bodies. What a beautiful rescue, although we unfortunately didn't get to see it in the video. Well done to the rescuers. Big centipede. Was it creepy, horrifying, or heartwarming? It's hard to say. The video is from South America, where a man was keeping a centipede as a pet. The centipede seemed quite attached to its owner, crawling on its body as if it were its own space. The Amazonian giant centipede had 46 legs and measured 35 centimeters in length. It had a maroon-colored body with yellow legs. Although it doesn't bite unless in self-defense, it can be harmful to humans, causing swelling, pain, and fever. So it's not the best choice for an easygoing insect pet. Japanese spider crab. Just imagine what other creatures we've yet to discover in the deep oceans. A giant spider crab was found in Japan, measuring almost 3 meters long and weighing nearly 20 kilograms. It has the largest leg span of any arthropod and goes through 3 main larval stages. It is known for its exceptional size and appearance, resembling a spider with its rounded body and long, slim legs. What a magnificent ocean we have! And do you know what scares me the most? Only 5% of our oceans have been explored so far. Biggest anaconda. No, this snake doesn't belong to any zoo from Jurassic Park. This magical creature was found in Brazil. The largest anaconda ever recorded was reportedly 33 feet long and weighed almost 880 pounds. The snake was found at a construction site and sadly lost its life due to an explosion after being found by construction workers who did not intend to harm it. There have been other reports of supposed record-breaking anacondas, but this one was the largest among them. It's truly amazing to see the wonders of nature. Largest lobster. Have you ever wondered about the largest lobster? Here, I've brought one for you. The largest lobster ever caught in the world was found in Nova Scotia, Canada. It weighed 44 pounds, with a body that was 3.5 feet long. Lobsters can grow throughout their entire lives, becoming larger and larger over time. They can even live up to 48 hours out of circulating water. It's interesting to note that it took 4 men to capture this massive lobster. Did you know that a lobster can live up to the age of 60 and grow to the size of a medium-sized dog? Giant sea brute. That's one smart girl. I don't know where she learned this, but she is a hero. I'm glad the octopus was safely returned to its natural environment. The footage is from a beach in Mount Vernon, Washington, where an octopus washed ashore in a vulnerable state. The girl who found it poured water on it until officials arrived to help. With the swift action of a group of people using a black bucket, they succeeded in getting the giant octopus back in the water. Thank you, and we're all very proud of that anonymous little girl. Massive albino rat. Why does it look like a beast with shorter hair? The video shows a massive albino rat with its owner having some quality time. Albino rats are the rarest form of rat species. This rat measured 34 inches in length and weighed 35 pounds. It had bright red eyes, white fur all over its body, and a long gray tail. Albinos are the first pet rats in the world, as they are friendly and do not harm humans. Cosmic river fish. Damn, that's more than an impressive catch. My heart would be pounding out of my chest. I'd be so nervous of losing it. The enormous creature was found in Guyana on the last day of fishing. It was an awesome fish, weighing almost 300 pounds, the most epic fish you could ever see. But capturing a fish tied with thread is such a rare idea. These two guys have some majestic power in catching fish. The fish was incredibly unique in appearance and size. Massive dinosaur bird. The way this huge creature bows down and shakes its head is absolutely incredible. It's called a shoebill stork, a long-legged wading bird. It's named after its enormous shoe-shaped bill. Its owner even has a tattoo of its picture on their arm to show affection. How beautiful is it? Shoebill storks are the rarest birds belonging to the theropod group of dinosaurs, which also included the T-Rex. Can you believe these bird fossils are from the late Jurassic era, about 150 million years ago? Massive gator. If it had turned around and started chasing them, they would have had no chance to escape. A gigantic alligator was found at the fairway of Buffalo Creek Golf Club. It was supposed to be one of the biggest alligators on Earth, measuring 18 feet 2 inches in size and weighing almost 1,800 pounds. Despite its imposing size, this alligator was calm and did not pose any threat to humans. Alligators are already the largest reptiles on Earth, and this one was particularly large. Largest stingray. The stingray seems almost prideful, as if it's enjoying and aware of the attention it's receiving. Fortunately, they let it go. This massive stingray washed up ashore in Cambodia's Mekong River, weighing a whopping 660 pounds. Stingrays are often considered as cousins to sharks. The footage of its rescue by local people using an umbrella-like tent is quite intriguing and amazing. By the way, did you know that stingrays do not have any bones in their body? Instead, they have cartilage, similar to our nose bone. Largest snail. It's not the boy holding the snail, but the snail holding the boy. In this majestic footage, the boy is seen cradling his pet snail as if it were his baby. The snail, an African species known for being excellent pets and easy to care for, looks perfectly comfortable in his hand. Measuring 8 inches in length and 4 inches in diameter, this snail belongs to its own individual species, distinct from mammals or reptiles. Sea monster. All that blood. What if something attacked it and it's still in the water with them? This carcass, measuring a staggering 15 meters in length, washed up ashore in Indonesia in May 2017. The creature showed up with a lot of questions from onlookers like, what was that? Is that a monster from the depth of the ocean? Or just a funky dead whale? Experts claim that it was the decomposing structure of a dead whale. Huge sunfish. It's heartening to know that the fishermen kept this magnificent creature alive and released it back into the Mediterranean Ocean. Weighing up to 2,000 kilograms, this gigantic sunfish was found tangled in fishing nets. Measuring 3.2 meters in length and 2.9 meters in width, this fish was so massive that it almost broke the 1,000 kilogram scale. Those who witnessed it claim that it's the largest fish they have ever seen. It's time for today's open discussion, and we have a jaw-dropping discovery to share. In Brazil, wildlife photographer Gil Wiesen captured an image of the biggest spider ever found, which was human-sized. He found this exceptional creature known as a Theraphosa blondi under his bed. This spider, measuring a staggering 11 inches in size and weighing 6 pounds, received the Urban Wildlife Award for its incredible size. What an unbelievable discovery on our planet! Thank you very much for watching the video. Please do like it and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to stay updated with our upcoming amazing videos. Welcome to a world where images speak louder than words. Today, we bring you stories that shook the world and captured the attention of millions. It's a tale about a country rich in culture, vibrant colors, and breathtaking landscapes that has recently made headlines for all the reasons possible, or maybe not so possible. So, are you ready for an adventure? If yes, then brace yourselves as we take you on a journey to Mexico, where a camera captured something so shocking it left the world stunned. But this is no ordinary travel vlog. We have stories that will blow your mind and leave you in awe. So get your popcorn ready and buckle up, because this is a video you don't want to miss. A shocking lightning strike to the El Castillo Pyramid. We're about to take a lightning-fast trip to the ancient Mayan city of Chichen Itza, where something electrifying happened. Suddenly, out of nowhere, El Castillo Pyramid was struck by a lightning bolt, creating a sight that left the whole world in awe. This ancient pyramid is more than just a monument. It serves as evidence of the creativity and accuracy of the Mayan builders who built it over 1,000 years ago. The pyramid is renowned for its unique design, which creates a shadow that resembles a serpent slithering down the side of the pyramid during the equinoxes. But it was a regular day when the unexpected happened. The cameras were rolling when a bolt of lightning struck the top of the pyramid, creating a stunning display of electricity and power. The lightning bolt illuminated the top of the pyramid, making it look as if it was glowing from within. The discovery of this incredible moment was a surprise to many, but it has been embraced by the world as a sign of the incredible power of nature. Some people speculate that this lightning strike was a message from the gods, while others see it as a lucky omen or a light shining from within the pyramid, which is hard to believe. Well, whatever people think of it, one thing is for sure. It's an unforgettable moment that will go down in history. So, if you're planning a trip to Mexico, make sure to add the El Castillo Pyramid to your itinerary. You never know what incredible sight nature has in store for you. Aztec Tower of Human Skulls. This gruesome tower was discovered in Mexico City in 2017, and it's believed to be over 500 years old, going on to being a haunting reminder of Mexico's dark and violent past. The Aztec civilization was known for their practice of human sacrifice, and it's believed that the skulls in the tower were those of sacrificial victims. In fact, it's estimated that the chilling site that was uncovered is made up of over 650 skulls in the tower, arranged in a terrifying circular pattern. That's spooky! But wait, the story gets even more chilling when you consider the purpose of the tower. It's believed that the Aztecs built the tower as a warning to their enemies, a way to intimidate and strike fear into those who dared to cross them. And it worked! The sight of the tower was enough to make even the bravest warriors tremble in their boots. But as terrifying as the Aztec Tower of Human Skulls may seem, it's also a testament to the rich and complex history of Mexico. It's a reminder that there's always more to learn and discover about the incredible cultures that have come before us. So the next time you're in Mexico City, take a stroll to the Aztec Tower of Human Skulls. Just make sure you're not there after dark. Who knows what secrets and stories this ancient tower holds? Pyramid of the Sun. This incredible structure is located in Teotihuacan, Mexico, and was built over 2,000 years ago. It stands at a staggering 215 feet tall and has a base of 756 feet on each side. Can you imagine the effort it took to build this pyramid back then? It's truly mind-boggling. But what's even more fascinating is the intricate details of the pyramid's stone carvings, which are still in pristine condition after all these years, and our camera captured them in breathtaking detail. The pyramid even has a series of steps leading up to its summit, and as you climb each step, you'll feel a sense of wonder and awe at the incredible feat of engineering that went into its construction. So it's no doubt when we say it's the largest structure in Teotihuacan, and was of great significance to the ancient civilization of Teotihuacan. It is believed to have been used for religious and ceremonial purposes, as well as astronomical observations, and its construction was a significant achievement for the civilization. It was a symbol of their power and their ability to construct monumental structures that have withstood the test of time. So not only is the Pyramid of the Sun an impressive architectural feat, but it also holds immense cultural and historical significance, which absolutely supports the fact that the pyramid was constructed with over 1 million tons of stone, which were transported from a nearby quarry. And what's even more impressive is the view from the top of the Pyramid of the Sun. Visitors can take in breathtaking panoramic views of Teotihuacan, including the nearby Pyramid of the Moon and the Avenue of the Dead. It's an experience like no other. The Pyramid of the Sun is an absolute wonder of the ancient world that continues to capture the imagination of people all around the world. The Mayan Ball Court. This ancient court is a breathtaking sight with its grand walls and intricate carvings. Built by the Mayan civilization over 1,000 years ago, the ball court was an important cultural and religious site for the Mayan people. It was more than just a place to play a game. It was a place of great significance and held great spiritual importance. The ball game played in the court was a sacred ritual for the Mayan people, and it was believed to have been a representation of the struggle between the forces of good and evil. The game was played with a rubber ball and involved two teams of players who had to get the ball through a narrow stone hoop using only their hips and elbows. But the ball court wasn't just a place for games, it was also a place for ritual human sacrifice, along with being a place where important decisions were made and conflicts were resolved. Now that's interesting! A gory reminder of the seriousness of the game's results is provided by the detailed carvings on the walls, which show the winning team beheading its opponents. We can imagine how serious they took their games. The Mayan ball court is an architectural marvel, with its grand walls stretching up to 30 feet high and 200 feet in length. It's hard to imagine the effort and skill that went into constructing such a site without modern technology. Today, the Mayan ball court stands as a testament to the incredible achievements of the Mayan civilization and the important role that a ball game played in their society. Its significance extends beyond just a game, and its grandeur continues to inspire visitors from all around the world. The Stone Heads. A collection of ancient sculptures that have captivated the world with their mysterious and awe-inspiring beauty. These stone heads, each weighing over 20 tons, are believed to be some of the oldest known sculptures in the Americas. These massive stone heads were created by the Olmec civilization, which is considered one of the most important and influential civilizations in ancient Mesoamerica. The Olmec stone heads were created around 900 BCE, and they are some of the most impressive stone carvings in the world. They depict human faces with distinct facial features, such as elongated noses and full lips. The significance of the Olmec stone heads is still not entirely clear. Some theories suggest that they were used for religious or political purposes, while others propose that they represent revered leaders or ancestors. What is certain is that these stone heads were created by master craftsmen and are a testament to the remarkable skill and creativity of the Olmec civilization. Well, the significance of the Olmec stone heads cannot be overstated. They are the earliest known examples of large-scale sculpture in Mesoamerica and are considered to be one of the most important legacies of the Olmec civilization. The heads were carved from volcanic rock, and their sheer size and weight make it difficult to comprehend how the Olmec were able to create and transport them. The Olmec stone heads were discovered in the mid-19th century, and many of them were transported to museums around the world, including the British Museum and the Smithsonian Museum. However, many of these sculptures still remain in their original locations in Mexico, where visitors can marvel at their grandeur and mystery. 10 of the 17 heads that have been found so far come from San Lorenzo and 4 from La Venta, which are two of the most significant Olmec centers. The Blue Lights. It's no secret that Mother Nature has a way of reminding us who's boss, and that's exactly what happened in Mexico recently, when a strong earthquake rocked the country's Pacific coast city of Acapulco. But what happened next has left the world in awe. You know, when most of us hear about an earthquake happening somewhere in the world, we usually don't think twice about it. But when the earth shook in Mexico, it wasn't just the ground that was moving. Guerrero State in Mexico's southwest saw an earthquake with a magnitude of 7.0 that occurred 11 miles northeast of the vacation city. The tremor didn't cause extensive damage, but a minimum of 1 person was killed. A number of buildings were damaged, and the main highway was covered in rock slides. However, it did cause jitters and fear set in. But that fear soon turned to amazement when bursts of blue light were seen streaking across the skies. It was like something out of a sci-fi movie. The blue lights looked like laser beams cutting through the sky in all directions. Some people thought it was a sign from aliens, while others thought it was a sign from God. Through an interview, an expert explained that the phenomenon is actually a natural occurrence called earthquake lights. It happens when the movement of tectonic plates creates an electrical charge in the air, resulting in the blue lights we saw in the sky. People couldn't help but be in awe of what they were witnessing. They stopped in their tracks and stared up at the sky, trying to make sense of what they were seeing. Some even took out their phones to record the moment. And who could blame them? The blue lights were stunningly beautiful, almost like a fireworks display in the middle of the day. The eerie yet beautiful phenomenon captured the attention of people all over the world. It was a rare and unique event that many people will never forget. Well, we can all agree that it's moments like these that remind us of just how incredible our planet is. And even in the midst of a natural disaster, there can still be beauty to be found. So the next time you witness something truly out of the ordinary, take a moment to appreciate it. The Extraordinary House. Did you know that the ancient El Nido, also known as the Quetzalcoatl or Snake House, has been transformed into a stunning Airbnb hotel? That's right! This remarkable structure, located in Mexico, is now available for travelers to stay and experience the spiritual energy and beauty of this historical site. The El Nido Airbnb Hotel features luxurious accommodations that blend modern amenities with the building's unique architectural design. Our camera captured the stunning interiors of the hotel, with its spacious rooms, comfortable beds, and modern bathrooms. One of the most striking features of the El Nido Airbnb Hotel is its central courtyard, where guests can relax and enjoy the beauty of the surrounding gardens and water features. The hotel also offers a range of activities and tours, including visits to nearby archaeological sites and cultural experiences. Staying at the El Nido Airbnb Hotel is a once-in-a-lifetime experience that allows guests to immerse themselves in the rich history and culture of Mexico. The building's design and location are not only aesthetically pleasing, but also provide a unique sense of spirituality and connection to the past. In conclusion, the El Nido Airbnb Hotel is a remarkable transformation of an already impressive historical site. Its luxurious accommodations and range of activities make it a must-visit destination for travelers looking to experience the beauty and culture of Mexico. Pakal the Great. The impressive Palenque site in Mexico, home to one of the most important Mayan rulers, Pakal the Great. Pakal the Great was a powerful ruler who led the Mayan city-state of Palenque to its peak during the 7th century. And during his reign, the city flourished, becoming a center of culture, art, and learning. Our camera captured the stunning ruins of the city, with its towering pyramids, ornate carvings, and intricate sculptures. One of the most impressive structures in Palenque is the Temple of the Inscriptions, where Pakal the Great's tomb was discovered in 1952. Our camera captured the interior of the temple, with its dark chambers and elaborate carvings that tell the story of Pakal's life and reign. Pakal the Great's tomb is a remarkable feat of engineering, with its intricate design and the use of massive stone slabs to seal the tomb. The tomb contained an impressive array of treasures and artifacts, including jewelry, pottery, and the king's ceremonial headdress. The discovery of Pakal the Great's tomb was a significant archaeological find and provided valuable insights into the life and culture of the ancient Mayan civilization. It also cemented Palenque's status as one of the most important centers of Mayan civilization. Well, Pakal the Great and his final resting place at Palenque are a testament to the advanced artistry and engineering skills of the ancient Mayan civilization. The rainbow-colored halo. Just when you thought you'd seen it all, Mother Nature surprises us once again. Now, if you thought the blue lights were amazing, wait until you hear about this one. On Thursday, Mexico went insane with talk of the end of the world, alien invasions, and UFOs, when a weather phenomena caused the sun to appear to have a halo around it. Tens of thousands of people gathered in Mexico to observe an optical illusion that produced a full circle of visible light around the sun. The sun developed a stunning halo that looked like a ring of fire around it. It was a beautiful and rare sight that had people stopping in their tracks to take a closer look. The halo was caused by a natural optical phenomenon that occurs when sunlight interacts with ice crystals in the atmosphere. It's called a 22-degree halo because the ring around the sun has a diameter of 22 degrees. The weather expert explained that while 22-degree halos aren't necessarily rare, they're not often seen in Mexico City. The conditions have to be just right for this phenomenon to occur, so it's definitely a sight to behold when it does. People couldn't help but be amazed by what they were seeing. They looked up at the sky, pointing and taking pictures of the beautiful halo. Some even stopped just to appreciate the moment and take it all in. And who could blame them? The halo was absolutely stunning. It was like the sun was putting on a show just for us. It's moments like these that remind us of the incredible natural beauty that exists all around us. Museos de Arte. For those who love museums, Mexico has no shortage of incredible institutions. But for this one, grab your diving gear and get ready as we go into the details of the Cancun Underwater Museum of Mexico. The Cancun Underwater Museum, also known as MUSA, or the Museo Subacuático de Arte, is an incredible attraction that features over 500 life-sized underwater sculptures, making it the largest underwater art museum in the world. Created in 2009 by British sculptor Jason de Caris Taylor, who wanted to create a unique underwater museum that not only showcased art, but also had a positive impact on the marine environment, with the goal of preserving surrounding coral reefs by giving divers an alternative location to dive. And the sculptures, which are made of materials that promote coral growth, are situated in a national marine park and serve as artificial reefs that attract a diverse array of marine life. However, formally opened in November of 2010, the museum is accessible to both snorkelers and divers, with several tour companies offering guided visits. The sculptures range from human figures to cars and houses, all designed to portray various themes like environmentalism, cultural diversity, and the cycle of life. The underwater setting provides a unique and otherworldly experience, with the sculptures surrounded by vibrant marine life and crystal clear water. Visiting MUSA is an unforgettable experience that combines art, nature, and adventure. It's a must-see attraction for anyone visiting Cancun and the Riviera Maya. With so much to explore, visitors can easily spend a full day exploring the museum and the surrounding marine park. Whether you're an art lover, a nature enthusiast, or an adventure seeker, the Cancun Underwater Museum is sure to amaze and inspire. The Cenote of Sacrifice. This underwater sinkhole in the Yucatan Peninsula was once used by the ancient Mayans for human sacrifices. The cameras have captured the eerie beauty of the cenote, which is filled with crystal clear water. The cenote was an important part of Mayan civilization and mythology. It was believed to be a portal to the underworld, and the sacrifices made here were seen as offerings to the gods in exchange for their protection and blessing. It's estimated that thousands of people were sacrificed at the cenote, including men, women, and children. As we swam deeper into the cenote, we came across artifacts that had been left behind by the Mayans. We saw ancient pottery, jewelry, and even human remains. It was a stark reminder of the cenote's dark history and the sacrifices that have been made here. Today, the cenote is a popular spot for divers and tourists who come to admire its natural beauty and learn about its fascinating history. Visitors can swim and snorkel in the cenote, or take a guided tour to learn more about its significance to the Mayan civilization. But for us, it was an unforgettable experience that left us in awe of the power and beauty of nature and the history of the people who once called this place home. Well, folks, that brings us to the end of our incredible journey through Mexico. From the shocking beam of light that struck the El Castillo Pyramid to the eerie beauty of the Cenote of Sacrifice, we've seen some truly breathtaking sights that have left us in awe. Do let us know your thoughts in the comments. But as we wrap things up, we can't help but wonder, what other secrets does Mexico hold? What other wonders are waiting to be discovered? Now that's the beauty of travel and exploration, isn't it? And with that, we can't help but agree that there's always something new to see, something new to experience, and something new to learn. And we hope that this journey has inspired you to embark on your own adventures and discover the incredible beauty and rich history of this amazing country. So, grab your camera, pack your bags, and hit the road. Well, who knows what amazing sights and sounds are waiting for you just around the corner. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride through Mexico. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Press the bell icon for updates on more interesting videos like this one. We'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep exploring and stay curious.